I read a lot of books about business and sales. Most of them are really good. Some of them are very valuable, but only a few are really worth raving about and recording a video for. Today I want to tell you about The Only Sales Guide You'll Ever Need by Anthony Iannarino. I read this book very, very quickly, which is kind of a shock for me. I'm not one that likes to sit down and be still for a while, but I read it before the audio version came out and I couldn't put it down. It goes into 17 different elements that Anthony defines as being valuable in sales success. And it goes about an inch or two deep and a mile wide in each one of those sales elements. What I really like about it is that it's written in today's language for today's buying process. It's a modern book for a modern sales process. And that's very, very important because the classics are there for a reason. They're classics because they identify principles and allow you to formulate your own styles as a result. But this book is very good and very current in the applications of those principles. So in every chapter, and the first half of the book is based on mindset and the second half of the book is based on skill set. Every chapter explains one of the defined elements, what they are, why you need them to be successful, and then gives you an action item right away. Do this to work on this skill right now. And at the end of the chapter, there are a list of other recommended resources, whether it be a book or a website or a blog, that you can go to further elaborate on that particular skill or that particular element. It's wonderful almost as a textbook. It doesn't read like a textbook, but almost like a textbook for sales because there are so many things that you need to cover. How do you cover it in one book that says it's the ultimate sales guide? Well, what you do is you introduce the concepts and then send people on their own journey to find the resources that are going to help them the most effectively. What I particularly enjoy were the points that Anthony makes about the importance of having business acumen. It's more than just having sales skills. You need to have more than that. You need to be able to really partner with and understand your customers and your prospects as they go through their business journey, not just their buying journey. In order to really be an ally and an asset and a resource, you need to be able to anticipate some of the roadblocks that they're going to need to overcome, some of the hurdles that they're going to need to get over, and some of the things that they're going to need to accomplish that go well beyond what your product or service can provide. You need to know how your product and service is going to integrate with those other choices they're going to have to make down the line. That's how you develop a relationship. That's how you become that resource. That's where you build that loyalty. And that's something that's probably not stressed enough today in the sales environment that we live and work in. Anthony is a self-described accidental salesperson. And I believe that explains most everybody out there in sales, probably you. There are very few people when I walk into a room that raise their hand and say that when they were 7 years old, they told their parents that they wanted to grow up and be in sales. So what that means when it comes to this book is that there's a certain level of skepticism that he started from in order to really kind of validate and develop these principles. He did not ever want to associate with that traditional sales archetype that I think we all have come to learn and really try to avoid when in our own sales careers. And with that comes along a certain passing of a certain litmus test that every single one of these principles is vital to the sales process, but also doesn't make you feel slimy. And I think that's important. It's certainly how I've tried to approach my career, and I believe my customers have appreciated that. So I want you to go out and I want you to buy this book. I'm telling you right now, buy it, read it, then put it down, then read it again. Tell me what you think. I think you'll love it, and I think you'll want to dig a little bit deeper. So if you like what you've seen here, take a look at the other videos on my channel. There are a lot of them. I've been putting them up there for almost a year, and I put a new one up every Tuesday. If you don't ever want to miss one again because you just have to see this smiling face every Tuesday, hit the subscribe button. You know where to find it. You can also go to my website, parabolasales.com. I update my blog at least once a week, and I also put out a free newsletter every Sunday morning. It's called the Parabola Press. I think you'll like it too. Until next time, thanks for being here.